Remember, we talked about keeping this strictly label free. I really don't feel comfortable with all this talk.
But I love you. And that's the honest truth of it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Death by Pony. Today we're hopping back into Arcade Spirit. So without further ado, let's go. New Game Plus. This is a distant future year 20XX, and for the first time I am entirely in control of my destiny. I'm no longer merely working at an arcade, now I'm working on my future. Which admittedly still involves working in an arcade, but still my future. I'll admit it feels weird. I'd grown so used to going with the flow, letting life batter and bruise me, that having a true and honest hand on the control is a bit terrifying. Everyone's counting on me to keep the flame of Miss Francine's Funplex alive as we move into the era of Heaven and Hell games. And well, super anxious, want to be perfect, it has to be perfect. It's going to be fine, it has to be. It's got to be perfect. My hands are on the controls and I intend to steer this ship true. They're relying on me to be a steady rock in the chaos of this new project, so that's what I have to be. I'll make them all proud of me and proud to be a part of Heaven and Hell games. If there's one driving reason to make Heaven and Hell games work, it's Queen Bee. Give her a home away from home after the fall of the Funplex. This will be ours, and I'm not going to settle for anything less, no matter what it takes. Now all that's left is to get through opening day without incident. Arrive early that morning to go over any last-minute preparations and make sure everything is in order. Plus, Jennifer was sick of watching me pace back and forth at home after breakfast, so she lovingly shoved me out of the apartment and told me to be productive. Now I stood in awe of the building, the dream I poured my heart and soul into. I barely believe it myself. I paused a moment to let the reality finally hit me and stepped into my destiny. Pushing open the door to Heaven and Hell games, I was greeted by a relative peace and quiet, just beeps and boops, and people moving about doing last-minute preparations. We traveled a long and arduous road ever since the Great Waiter Conspiracy. Gavin secured us a great rental space, an abandoned pizza place with an all too familiar triangle roof. Nobody else wanted it, but we didn't care about the funny shape. Work is in our favor. And I really couldn't have done all the renovations in this place needed without the help of our financial benefactor. Hamza proved true to his word, fronting us as much money as we needed to make this happen. Now we've got a family restaurant and arcade to rival Deco's Palace. Well, okay, it's very small compared to Deco's Palace, but quality over quantity. We went with the familiar layout, if it ain't broke, and all, to show that we still got the spirit and passion that made the Funplex great. But it's not all carbon copy. We've got a few new additions that Francine would be even proud of. The video wall is a nice touch. That one was my idea. It alternates between running music videos, game promos, and high score leaderboards. We also repainted and did a general update on the appliances and fixtures to give it a more finished feel and less of a retired pizza place turned arcade vibe. Tio and Tanvi worked together to pick out a few key games that appeal to the esports community. We've got fighting games, racing games, shooting games, dancing games. You want head-to-head action? We got it. Granted, we still have a decent selection of other stuff too, so all tastes are catered to, but Tanvi's confident that this will pull in the fighting games community as well as the MOBA community. I still have no idea what MOBA is aside from Fists of Discomfort, but Tanvi assures me it is hot shit right now. As for Tanvi's experiment into advanced streamer support, well, I'm unsure of how this will pan out, but she's confident in it. Such confidence is contagious. She invited a few big name streamers to drop in on opening day and broadcast her makeshift little studio. That'll build up some buzz for the arcade, far and wide. All of my decisions, all of my choices made Heaven and Hell games what it is. So much labor and love went into this project, from All of us. And now all that's left is to officially open these doors. Before that fateful hour begins, I just want to do one last check on operations just in case. The restaurant side of the equation proved to be very complicated. I got cross-eyed trying to parse the numbers of that side of the business. Hopefully it wouldn't drive us to bankruptcy, or the arcade wouldn't bankrupt the restaurant, or both at the same time. Hark, the great Hamza senses concern from his business partner.
Perfection.
Rest assured, Ashlinger, that Hamza has seen to all the required things to. Our delicacies shall ring true across the taste buds across the city. I'm not sure I would consider burgers and buffalo's wings delicacies. Hamza is aware we shall never earn 5 stars with our cuisine, but we shall be the pinnacle of deep-fried foodstuffs. Today, Hamza will oversee operations. Beyond this opening day, I leave you in the hands of my capable chefs and waitstaff. But you'll be in touch, right? I'd hate to have you jet off to like Istanbul, not Constantinople, and suddenly everything's on fire.
Ha ha!
No matter what corner of the globe Hamza travels take him to, he can be summoned at the speed of light. Well, it's the fastest speed air travel, really. And now back to my kitchen. Our glorious future together in business awaits. Hamza claps twice before leaving in a flourish. Okay, being partners with Hamza is going to take some getting used to. Running a restaurant and an arcade is riskier than I thought it'd be. But for all this quirkiness, he knows business, right? He's rich. Rich people are smart, right? After my quick check, and I notice the clock. Its unforgiving hands telling me it's not too long now. See, everything's going to be perfect. No detail overlooked. Just according to Kyaku. It means plan. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm proud of everything we've accomplished. When those doors open, all of our regulars come back to play. When new folk are drawn in, our advertising wander in. All in all, it's all click. I allow myself to smile, pleased with our progress. Today is going to be a great day. The first day of our new dream. It'll be wonderful. As long as no unforeseen problems pop up. Ash! I'm going to be torn away from my contemplations. I'm sure happy it's by the most loveliest of voices. I'll gladly turn my attention to Tanvi and smile. I just finished making sure everyone's overlays are at perfection, and that Heaven and Hell game ads play in between matches. Fuck, that was a lot of work.
Not bad.
I don't know how you managed everything, but you did. Do you have a moment? I wanted to show you something. A moment of chill is uninterrupted when I notice she's holding an envelope in her hands. I don't know what's in there, but I immediately get a bad feeling about it. I mean, who even uses the postal system anymore? Useless. It's bills. Unless it's bills, scams, or other bad news. So I received this letter in the mail from the 4 Heavenly Kings. Can you believe that? Who the hell even uses snail mail anymore? I was thinking exactly that, minus the swears, of course. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is opening this here with you. Like, right now, right before grand opening? Yeah, is that a problem? I fear we could celebrate together. I'm sure they're sending me some sort of promotion or invite to some huge-ass tournament. You're celebrating opening day, so we could join forces and commemorate our victories together. Except now is not an ideal time. I would love nothing more than to enjoy a moment that isn't the constantness that is Heaven and Hell games, but there are a million and one other things I should be doing. I'm at a crossroads. Open it. Now is not the time. Let's be quick about it. Open it. To heck with it. The curiosity is killing me, and I need to know what's in there. I can't wait any longer. Hurry up and open it.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see what this baby has in store. Here we go. In one fell swoop, Tanvi rips open the envelope and hastily removes the paper inside. She begins reading it aloud. It has been an honor having you as part of the 4 Heavenly Kings. You've already learned so much, and in turn, we've learned from you too. To further all of our knowledge, we think it's best of all the kings and queen to be under the same roof. Therefore, Queen Bee, you are cordially invited to move into our team house. Tanvi takes a moment to let the words sink in. She's stunned, but eventually her excitement pulls her lips into a grin. This is huge! And what exactly does that mean? Team house. What's that? Oh, right. A team house is where all members of the team, me and the rest of the 4HK, live together, play together, and eat and drink together. Everything is done as a team. A pit quells in my stomach, and reads all over my face. Don't worry, Ash, it's like we're going to be fucking together. There's our separate bathrooms. The joke fails to make light of the very serious situation at hand. So you have to move wherever the house is located, right? That's not in the city, let alone the state, right? Noticing my dissatisfaction, Tanvi tries to simply dismiss it. Yeah, but this is going to boost my skills in the next level. All the most prominent winning FOD teams live together. It's the next step of my career.
Fantastic.
Trust me, this is fucking fantastic news. Is it? I let the words plummet from my mouth without hesitation, and seeing Tanvi's immediate frown, I instantly regret it. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? What about us? You know, us, you and me? Keeping a relationship going across state lines would be difficult, right? Can't exactly keep romance alive through video chats and text messages.
Excuse me? Since when did I agree to chain myself down? Have I not spent time and energy supporting you endlessly and making your dream come true with this arcade?
Yeah, I've been through this and I'm already upset.
Have I not cheered you on when you needed it? And you can't even give me the same respect in return for my dreams? If you can't...
Tanvi snorts and then sighs.
Maybe I should just go then.
No. This is not what I wanted. My heart wrenches. But you moving would mean I wasn't ready for this. Don't you think that's a bit selfish of you? I respect your ambition. But can we make this work? This is too much. I can't take in right now. If Tanvi leaves, I'll be all alone. Again. I want to respect her right to make her own choices. I just don't think I can let her walk right out of my life without trying to figure this out. I understand you've got aspirations and dreams, the same as I, and I admire that. Truly, your passion inspires even me. But Tanvi, I've also grown so attached to you. I can't see myself without you by my side. Is there some way we can make this work for us? Oh, Ash. Look, that's touching all, but we really haven't discussed this in terms of us yet. And here you are talking about being together forever. Along with all that lovey-dovey bullshit.
Remember, we talked about keeping this strictly label-free. I really don't feel comfortable with all this talk.
But I love you. And that's the honest truth of it. Even if we agreed to part ways, I love her, and she probably doesn't want to hear that, but I couldn't help myself. I could no longer fight those feelings. I feel like we're more than just a summer fling. Maybe you don't feel it, but I can't deny my heart. If you go, it'll hurt, but I'll understand. If this is what you want, who am I to stop you? It's what you've always dreamed of, and you should follow your heart. But my heart wants to be here with you. It'll be bittersweet watching you follow your dreams. I'll be cheering you on from here. As I watch you walk away, it will devastate me. My heart aches at the mere thought of it. These feelings won't halt even if we go our separate ways. I love you, Tanvi. Truly. As if saying it again made it more real, more concrete to her. Both of us went silent for a long pause, each looking away, embarrassed and upset. The feelings and emotions happening right now were accumulating, and discussing this any further here and now will only make matters more complicated. And I still have to open Heaven and Hell Games. Listen, maybe we should take a few minutes to reflect and come back to this talk after today is over, okay? Problem is I have to open the doors like 15 minutes ago. This arcade is important to me too, and I need to focus my attention on it for the moment. Fine. It's fine. I should be checking in the streamers anyway. We'll talk later. Maybe. Before I can apologize or utter anything else, Tanvi dismisses herself from the conversation. And I'm starting to wish I'd burned down the post office this morning. I can't handle this right now. As much as I want to stop everything and sort through this mess, I've got a job to do today. There will be time later to patch things up with Queen Bee, presumably. I need to at least try to put this turmoil behind me so I can focus on the first day of Heaven and Hell Games with a smile. Despite reeling from the incident just now, I'm ready to do this because I have to be ready. No choice. I've got big plans for the opening ceremony. I'm going to open the doors, give my prepared speech in the gathering masses, and stay on hand to greet gamers as they enter. Stepping to the forefront, I grasp the door handles and throw the gates to Heaven and Hell Games wide open. Behold, gamers, I give you Heaven and Hell Games. Welcome, friends. Welcome to Heaven and Hell Games. Heaven and Hell Games is now open for business. Behold. Behold! I give you... I don't even have time to finish one line of my big dramatic speech. The crowd is spilling through doors and runs right past me, eager to get to the games. Immediately, the arcade fills with the sound of beeps and boops, games starting up and people laughing with delight as they find their favorites. Well, there goes my entire opening ceremony plans out the window. I had all sorts of stuff planned, but if folks want to get to gaming, who am I to argue? After a few minutes of final checks around the place, I decide to move on to Phase 2, meet and greets around the arcade. I walk the arcade like I did in my floor attendant days, talking with folk and making sure everything is running smoothly. Although I could probably track down Queen Bee too, assuming she wants to talk yet, which may not be the case. Heaven and Hell Games is my domain, home to my expiration. Where should I visit first? Restaurant? Soon as we decide to open the new arcade and restaurant, it's time for lunch rush, it's able to spot Percy and Gavin in the crowd. But I managed to find them having sandwiches and chatting. Tanked, completely tanked.
Much obliged.
I'm glad for your little tip. If I was ready to invest a good chunk of my pocketbook into that company, all my hard work would have tanked right alongside it. That's par for the course when my siblings snatch up technology companies. It's like a pump and dump in essence. They stir up excitement in the acquisition, then drop it once it goes cold. I've never seen one of their endeavors be fruitful for very long. Thanks to their short attention spans, I'm glad I could save you the heartache.
Apologies.
No offense. I think I can handle a few accidentally heart-related puns without going into cardiac arrest, my good fellow. But it's good to avoid a pothole on the road of finance. Yes, all the better for the charities who will eventually profit my own loss. I approach them in what seems like a natural lull in the conversation, although talk of finance itself is quite a downer. So, stock market talk?
Oh, indeed.
Indeed, I like to do my trades in the morning before I come to the arcade, get all the bother over so I can focus on Moopy. Afraid we're being astoundingly boring at the moment, Ash. Just two overly serious gentlemen talking about finance. That's fine, I'm adulting at 110% efficiency today. Having started a new business myself, I should probably learn about how, money works. Oh, what would you like to know about? Investments, how do I plan for the arcade's future? Expenses, I want to throw a kick-ass party tonight to celebrate. Taxes, I've never filed for a business before. Investments. I'd like to invest in our future. Think long-term, surviving for many years to come rather than jumping at the easiest profit I can. Any tips? A fine view to take. My own investments are preferably long-term, yes. I make moment-to-moment trades, but they're backed by the stability of the stock market bedrock. Eventually, after I'm gone, I expect many of those to cash out gradually. I've hired flanks of lawyers carry out my wishes over the next 30 years. Gavin, how about I show you my portfolio, give you some ideas for how to build up a nest egg for Heaven and Hell Games?
Thank you.
I'd be honored. I'll let you two handle the fine details. And two sink deeper into conversation about currency exchanges, official policy, tax rate changes, and I start to lose consciousness. I admire their passion, but there is only so much adulting I can handle in one day. I do reserve some for later. It's then that I notice raised voices at a nearby table. It's not really an altercation or an incident yet, but they're talking a bit louder than others. Miss, I've run your credit card twice. It was declined twice.
Man, this sucks.
Run it again, I'm telling you. It was working just fine earlier. I got these tokens using it. See? See these tokens? Sensing our opportunity to provide excellent customer service and further improve my adulting chops, I step in to help. Hello, good morning. I'm the manager here. Can I be of some assistance? She looks awfully familiar. Have we met before? Oh, right. I invited her to check out my arcade, didn't I? I guess that's why she's here.
What's up?
Hey, good to see you. Love what you've done with this place. Just love it. But something's wrong with your credit card reader. My card's legit. I was using it earlier with no issues, but now it's all messed up and stuff. Can you help me? I can pay cash if I gotta. I'm not trying to duck and run out, but I'd really prefer to use the card. Sure, we'll run your card one more time. You know what? It's on the house with our things. Iris, can you help her out with her issue? Fortunately, I happen to have an expert and all things digital in my employment. She can clear up your credit card problem nice and quick. Oh, Iris.
Online.
Sure thing, miss. Can you please swipe your card across my screen? This takes the customer by surprise. She hesitates briefly before doing as asked. Right, you have an Iris. I remember that. I'm not going to last much longer. Now processing. Please enjoy this recorded music.
Bad command or file name?
Huh, that's odd. Your card was declined. Cancelled even.
No helping it.
I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding, but whatever. I've got cash. Plenty of cash. It's no problem at all. I'll take care of this myself. Thanks for trying. She quickly goes about her business, using a fistful of ones and various bits of change to pay her way through. Seems a little eager to get out of here, actually. That's odd. Really odd. I might need to keep an eye on that one. With that matter settled, it's back to wandering the arcade. Where to next? I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, hit like. That way I know you're enjoying the content I'm making. Hit subscribe. That way YouTube brings you back here. Here's what happens next. I won't take up any more of your time. Have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.